friends, welcome back to my channel. I know it's really late in the month, but I still wanted to tell you some of the books that I'm planning to read in April because what's a month for a booktuber? What's a month for a booktuber if we don't make plans, really ambitious plans of all the books that we're going to read, like the entire Western canon? This list is not going to be the entire Western canon, but it will look a lot like it. Not in terms of titles, just in terms of length. So here are some of my reading plans for April. So I'm still doing the Run Right Reads book club, even though I haven't been talking too much about the books on here. It's still happening. We're still discussing. So in April, we're going to be reading two books: Brown Girl in the Ring by Nalo Hopkinson and The Pain Tree by Olive Sr., neither of which I yet have physical copies of. So I'll insert pictures. I guess I already did. Those are the two books that we're reading for the book club in April, and hopefully it's going to be great. We have our discussion usually on the last Sunday of the month. This month we may have it on a different day just because there's another Zoom thing that we participate in. That's another story for a different time. So yeah, two books for the Run Right Reads book club in April. Aside from that, reading plans include reading books for the BookTube Prize. The quarterfinals round of the BookTube Prize is going on right now. And this round, I'm judging nonfiction. So I have 6 titles to read, and I intend to read, of the 6, I intend to read at least 3 of them this month. So 3 this month, 3 next month. It should make things a lot more manageable than trying to read 6 books in a week like I have attempted to do in the past. So in April, the 3 books that I intend to start with are The Diary of a Young Naturalist by Dara McAnulty, A Little Devil in America by Hanif Abdurakib, which I got a complimentary copy from the publishers a couple of months ago, so yay, and All In by Billie Jean King. So at least 3 books that I intend to read for the BookTube Prize this month. Buddy reads that I'm participating in this month include The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I'm reading that with Rosalie and Columbus. Another buddy read that I have scheduled this month is to read The Bread the Devil Need. I can't remember the name of the author, but I'm waiting for an e-copy to come to me from my library, and if that comes in April, then I'll read that with my friend. Aside from that, I finished the round of the challenge that I was doing on Facebook, the reading challenge that lasts for 4 months, and how that challenge goes. If the participants finish before the end of the 4 months, finish your list, you can make another list, a bonus round, and kind of do the list, do the challenges again with the new titles, this time using books that other people have chosen. So I made a list of some books that I'd like to get to this month. I won't get to all of them, but here are some of the titles that I'm looking at. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which I've wanted to read. Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, which I wanted to read. Anne of Avonlea by L.M. Montgomery, which I intended to read last month. Anne of Green Gables, I read earlier. Intended to read Anne of Avonlea, which is the second book in the series. Didn't get to it, so would like to get to it this month. Becoming by Michelle Obama, which the publishers were kind enough to send to me a couple of months ago, and I was hoping to read in February, but it didn't come until close to the end of February, so there's that. I'll read that sometime. It's not like Michelle Obama's memoir is a new release anymore. Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo is a novel in verse, so hopefully I'll be able to get to that. Deacon King Kong by James McBride is another title that I've heard a lot of really good things about, so hoping to get to that. Emma by Jane Austen is kind of a reread for me. I think I read all of Jane Austen's novels a few years ago, but I probably read them too close together, and so the stories are not distinguished enough in my mind, and I can't remember because this was in the before my tracking of my titles on Goodreads. So I intend to read most of the novels again. So if I could read Emma this month, that would put me ahead of the game in a lot of ways. And yeah, so those are the books that I wanted to read for the Facebook challenge that I participate in. So any of those, if I can get to them, will help me participate in the bonus round, even if I don't finish it. So yeah, aside from that, publishers have sent me books that they want me to read and review. And yeah, so we mentioned a couple of titles that are there for other reasons. I also have these 2 books in a duology by Shelley Ellis, The Three Mrs. Greys and Truth, Lies, and Mr. Grey. This one was published last year. This is an arc that they sent to me. I think, yeah, is already on sale. It was published in March. So I got that arc actually a couple of months ago. And then I have books that I got from the publishers. Penguin Random House is kind enough to provide me with really great new releases. So I got Joan is Okay by Wiki Wang. This is highly anticipated because I loved her book Chemistry. She writes about young women in science, and I love that. Got Memphis by Tara M. Stringfellow, which is a highly anticipated read as well. And here are a few others that I may have mentioned at other points. Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. This is a mass market paperback, which will be really good for traveling. I think it's a perfect size to put in my pockets. Probably Ruby by Lisa Bird Wilson. Love this cover. And The Puzzler by A.J. Jacobs. Yeah. So all of those are brand new releases that the publishers sent to me. And did I mention Little Devil in America by Hanif Abdirokib? I think I did. So yeah, those are some of the books that I'm looking at reading in April. I also have as alternates, just in case I read all of those books. Like, if there's a blizzard and we can't go outside for 5 days and I just only read, my daughter sits next to me and only reads. And, if I go through all of that list, here are some other titles, my alternates, my BookTube Prize alternates, if they become available, and I can read all 6 books for the BookTube Prize this month. Wouldn't that be great? Doris and Heidi are kind of doing that. And Patrice, my friends. So they've inspired me. So here are the other 3 titles that I'm reading this round. Empire of Pain by Patrick Radden Keefe. The Doctor is Blackwell by Janice P. Nimura. And Chasing Me to My Grave by Winfred Rambert. So yeah, those are the other 3 books that I need to read for the BookTube Prize. And I don't know, just in case I could read all of those books and put them here in one place. So yeah, that's my April TBR. Would love to hear from you what you're reading this month. I know it's almost the middle of the month, so you've probably started your reading, especially if you've been doing the mid-month book bash, which helps you to kickstart your reading, if you need a readathon to help you do that. So yeah, let me know what you're focusing on this month, and would love to chat with you in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll chat down there. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.